Well, Spike, I'm telling you, there's a lot going on in the world, right? I mean, plenty to talk about. But I thought, what we would start off with today is just talking through a little bit about the mistakes that people make in retirement. I mean, there's things that, a lot of times we see people think are good ideas, but then end up not being good ideas. And how do we wade through those, and what are those? And we've talked about in the show before about how we can kind of Google ourselves to bad advice. And so,
well, that's the internet. Every time I've got an ailment, I feel like, well, I'm going to be going to the hospital.
Right.
We do our own research. Yeah, I've got that. I've got all of that.
I've got all of those things.
But the other interesting thing, and why we're so excited about doing this program today and talking about retirement mistakes, is that you might be jumping into retirement for the very first time. You might be wondering, are you ready to retire? And we often say, you don't know what you don't know.
Right.
And you help folks with retirement planning every day in the office, so you can actually kind of talk about some of the mistakes that people make, and hopefully help our viewers avoid some of them. Which I think is wonderful.
What we want to do, Spike, is simplify things. And so, there's some things out there that people can do to just simplify retirement, to simplify the way that they do their day to day.
Right. All right. So let's say we got a husband and wife. Spouses, okay? Both of us going into retirement. Let's say somebody worked for a little while. Maybe spouse has an inheritance from mom and dad who passed away. They have a 401k from their early working years. The other spouse has a current 401k. They've got an investment account. They've got a savings account. They've got an annuity over here. How do we pile all of this together? I mean, we can't take two retirement accounts and slap them together. You can transfer savings to savings and put things into one, but do you use and embrace the digital world? Do we want to get into the paperless and getting online and dashboards and all that?
Yeah, I mean, I think that, the big concern out there today is the idea that internet safety, right? The worry that, if I'm on this digital platform, that somehow somebody can get my information. And, obviously there's those outliers, but for the most part, digital safety today is such a mainstream, important piece of the pie for financial institutions that they've really done a great job of kind of locking that down. And so, one of the things that we talk about a lot of times is, in that digital age that we're in, how can we take advantage of that? And something as easy as paperless billing. Paperless billing, paperless statements. Banks, on a lot of banks are charging now for paper statements, right? And so, if I have multiple accounts and I'm paying, $2, $3, $4, $5 a month per account to receive a paper statement that, let's be honest, do you even look at it?
No,
does
it's probably 6 pages of all printing of disclosures and so forth, and like one line of what you read. What do I have and what did I spend?
Yeah, and so what I hear a lot of times from clients that come into the office is, but Tim, I want to be able to see it. I want to be able to, look at it. And, the nice thing about paperless billing and paperless statements is that you're still getting your statement. It's in your login. When you get in there, you can actually see it. You could print it out if you wanted to. You can download it. So you're not really giving up anything except the fee.
Yeah. Then from there, I think another concept, because we really do want to try to simplify things as we get to retirement. We don't want to be our own fund manager. I mean, you didn't go into retirement so you have to work more and worry about the money. But before getting there, you say, and I've heard you say, and I think it's also on your website, just the auto saving, put the saving onto autopilot. In our 401ks, that's pretty easy. How do we also do it outside of the retirement accounts?
Oh, that's a great question. So, this all starts with a plan. And I know every week we talk about, the retirement blueprint and that having a plan is so important. And the reason that you want to have a plan is it's going to tell you what those numbers are. How much do I need to be saving on a monthly basis and where? And keeping a balance between, the taxable and the tax-free and all these different areas that you could be putting money into. The great thing is once you know what those numbers are, it's so easy to automate that. You can have that money direct deposit from your bank accounts. You can have the money coming out of your paycheck going into that 401k, but you have to know what that amount is.
Yeah, yeah.